Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. I said that I will be doing much more of this type of content. So today I'm going to go through my remix of Touch Me by Rudi Da Silva and Cassandra Fox. Absolute classic of a record. So I just decided, like, let's see if we give it a bit of an Afro spin, what it would sound like. Just to also incorporate it within my sets because I think it's just such a powerful song. So yeah, so I'm just going to break down through the whole production element, how everything came to what it is, and all of the bases, like, transforming this record into a full-on Afro track. So let's go. Let me just play it a bit, basically to show you what I did. I think the original track, if I'm not mistaken, let me just check. Yeah, the original song was a lot faster than an Afro track. An original track usually it's at 128, the original song. But because I wanted this dark, mysterious feel for the song, I brought it down to 123. So it's a lot slower, but it kind of just works with the whole overall mood of what I wanted to create. So started off with the kicks, standard. Then just to get a bit of the rhythm going, I like starting with the bass, kick and bass. Always just kind of like creates a bit of a feel, just the rhythm. So I wanted this rolling bass feel. Let me just solo. Yeah, it is solo. This is playing as well. Let's mute that. The pad. So I wanted the bass just to feel like, rolling. Did a bit of the standard like pattern, but just a bit more of a that sound that it is kind of like creating the roll that it has. Added a bit of sidechain to it as well. Also sidechained the low ends so that it doesn't compete with the kick. Because obviously then you don't want too much like rumble in the low end, specifically with bass competing with the frequency that the kick is there already. So just basically did a bit of low end sidechaining there. Not too much, not too drastic. Soothe is quite a cool software to do this. And then I did a bit of sidechaining just to clear up some of it and give it some of that thumping sound. And on top of that, we have a pad that's also running. I don't know why it says bass on this. When you usually produce fast, it's like you tend to forget to rename things. It's a very bad habit. I know producers know what this is all about. We tend to just forget. So yeah, if you guys do start, please just rename things. It just makes it a lot easier for you down the line. So yeah, let's continue. So that's just a little pad that I added there. Nothing too crazy. Rolled off some of the low end and then also filtered. But at the tops, not too much. I think it's more just the filling. And then also I created a bit of width to it just so that it's a bit more spread. Right, so then after that, I just wanted to hear what this was. I did add this synthy bass stab. I just called it a mini bass. I know that I created specifically in between the drops, just to create like a little bit of something interesting. Nothing too hectic. Let's go to the top drums. So let's play what we have so far with the top drums. So we've got the bass, the kick, and then now the pad. So then I just decided to rhythm is very important, specifically in Afro House music. The rhythm is obviously the main component when it comes to Afro. So the rhythm. Here's a textured loop. We have, let me mute this. So we've got various of rhythms that are all playing in this. So that's I think it's like a tambourine with a bit of just a nice texture towards it. And then adding another hi-hat, open hat, layering with the tambourine. Another woodish, sounds like a wood, wood knocking, a wood type of instrument. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but the loop sounded very cool. together that, and then I also added the percussion click, just the standard, just to give it more rhythm as well, specifically with all of these. You see? Kind of sounds very cool. So rhythm, very repetitive. That I tend to like that, specifically when it comes to like producing. I like the repetitive sounds of specifically Afro music. A lot of my music, you hear a lot of repetitive type of things, because for me, I like it to sound that it kind of puts you in a trance, or it sounds like tribal, but also like the rhythm and repetitive nature. That's something I resonate with a lot. So in my productions, I tend to have a lot of the repetitive things. All right, so then on top, let's go back to the chorus section. I added some claps. Let's play this again. So we added claps in this section here with big toms. Just for more variety, more feel in the rhythms, and then together all of this. See. So that's quite cool. Just to create, like, obviously the bigger moments within more energy. And then coming to the synthy sounds, let's go to these. So I tend to like ambient type of loops, ambient sounds. So I've got this ambient sound running here with the city in the background. And then there's also vocal ambient, just to kind of, it's very soft in the mix. Like, you won't necessarily even like hear it as much because it's so far back, but if you pay attention to it, you'll discover it. I always call them little Easter eggs. It's like little things that are in there that you need to go and find. And producers and people that have worked with me in the past know I like using the word Easter eggs. So yeah, and then let's go to the instruments. Again, coming back to what I wanted to do was create something that is very dark, mysterious, but still leans towards Afro House. And then started pluck. It's just such a dark, reverby, like sounding pluck that just creates this mysteriousness, which I thought was quite cool. See that there? And then layered it with this synth. This is for the chorus. So this synth, the bottom synth, actually plays. I just called it more energy synth. I don't know exactly what it is. It's just called just adds so much energy. And then below that, rhythm, but more rhythm plucks. So let me just add these. Standard. And I added the string, more tension. Strings just always creates that bit of like mood and tension, So I did add a bit of a filter just to allow more sound to come in. As you can see down here, the filter is just like opening there. And then coming back to the bottom sound, this was it's called fluffer, but it just sounds like a vocal sample that is, again, repetitive. So that was there. So then with this, all of that, with the music, let me just give you a bit of a play down. So from here, kind of cool. Again, that energy. I'm saying. So with all of that, those elements that was just there right now, you see how much. But again, still dark, still within what I wanted it to sound like. Like not too high energy, but also just like a bit of a chilled out energy. Still keeping it mysterious. So again, like with all of those elements that you just heard, you could see like how it all just came together. I think the second drop, we start adding these more elements here. There the plug comes in. Such a crazy track. I'm coming back to it. Oh, another thing is that I like creating is these tensions. It's these percussion or impacts that I like adding to music. It's just like so dark and creates a bit of tension, as it builds up with a long uplifter there. And at this last chorus, what I did is also added this bit more percussion, just to really enhance a bit of the last chorus, just give it a bit more energy, so that it feels a bit better, So there we go, guys. That is my breakdown of Touch Me. I've just made it a bit of a deeper, darker Afro sound, and I've played it in some of my sets, and it goes off. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be doing much more of these just so that you can see a bit more of my creative process and some of the music that I do. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out on YouTube. The full track is on YouTube, and I'll see you at the next one.